Hi, today I want to discuss how you can use themes to change the look of your website. You can think of themes as a skin for your site. A metaphor I like to use is to illustrate a theme, just like a shield, cover shield for your phone. Basically, you can change the countless of amount of cover shields to change the look of your phone. And on the same way, you can also use the countless of different themes to change the look of your website. Now, there are people that basically change themes every day. However, I will not recommend you to change your theme too often. The reason for this is simple. Your visitors are going to spend time on learning how to browse around your site. And if they need to learn this each time they visit your site, then you might risk to lose visitors and loyal fans in the long term. So make sure you stay around with a specific theme for at least 6 months or something, and really change the theme if there is a potential risk of vulnerability. For example, if the theme has been hacked or similar. Beside that, stay away from changing the theme too often. Now I'm gonna show you how to change your theme in WordPress. But before I do that, I just want to mention that there are two ways of changing themes in WordPress. The first one is to go through the WordPress directory, where you can find both premium, which are the paid themes, and also the free ones. The second method is to upload a theme, and what you do basically is to download the theme from an external source, and then you upload it to your web host and install it on your WordPress site. There are potential dangers with uploading themes from external sources, especially if they are not trusted. It is therefore crucial that you download only themes from sources that you trust, because otherwise you may risk destroying your whole site and you might need to do everything from the scratch. Now, this might not be a problem if your site is only a few days old and you barely have any content published on it. Imagine if your site has been around for years and suddenly you download a cool theme that you really like and install it on your site. However, as it turns out, the theme is packed with vulnerability code and it basically destroys your database and all the content that you have published for years is gone. Now, obviously, this is a scenario that is not likely to happen. However, this happened to me in the beginning of my WordPress journey. Basically, what I did was to download a theme from a site that really looked like a trusted source, and I basically could not see anything wrong with the site. As it turned out, there was nothing wrong with the site. However, the user that uploaded the theme had modified the code so that once you install the theme, it directly took over the database and then injected malicious code, which then gave the user that uploaded the theme to the external source direct access to your site. So one day when I tried to log in, I discovered that I could not log in the admin area of my site. So I tried to reset the password, but it didn't work either. And then I contacted the support and they dig into it and discovered that the email of the admin user has been changed, all the content has been removed, etc. This is why I wanted to make aware of that even if a theme looks really cool, make sure that it is downloaded from a trusted source. And as I said, even if it is downloaded from a trusted source, you have no guarantee that the theme is free of malicious code. So be careful. Alright, so let's go ahead and install a new theme on your site. The first thing you want to do is to hover over the appearance and then click on themes. Inside here you will already have 3 themes installed automatically by WordPress. The first one, the 2015, is also the one we are using at the moment, and you can see this down here as it states active. The second one is the 2014, and the third one is the 2013. These are pretty basic themes automatically installed by WordPress. They are not fancy, but they do what they are supposed to do. However, as we want some more cool features for our site, we are going to go ahead and try to find a new theme in the WordPress directory. So if I click on Add New Theme, I will be taken to the WordPress directory of themes, and here you will be able to filter the themes based on featured, popular, latest, favorites, premium, and also you have something called feature filter. Here you can even filter out more themes by marking the different options available. So I can go ahead and just go for blue themes. The layout is going to be responsive. Responsive simply means that your site is going to be optimized for visitors coming from mobile devices such as iPhone, Android, etc. You can also mark that the theme is required to have theme options, and just click on Apply Filters. So next I'm gonna scroll down a little bit and see if I can find a theme that I like and believe would fit the topic of my site. So as you see, there are countless of themes available. Unpacked, installed a theme, and successfully also finished the installation. So if I click on Live Preview, now remember, the theme has not been activated yet. This is just a preview of the theme, and it will not be visible on the site yet. So this is basically how it is gonna look. In order to activate the theme and make it visible on our site and to our visitors as well, you just need to click on Save and Activate button at the top. And this is it. Now it automatically takes us to the soccertrainingwizard.com, and just as you can see, the theme has been activated, and there is the post we created a few lectures in the past. So this is basically how you install a theme in WordPress. Now I want to show you also the second alternative. I'm not gonna upload any theme, but I'm gonna just go ahead and demonstrate how you can install a theme downloaded from an external source. So if you go to Appearance and then Themes, you will see a button at the top here, and if you click on the Add New, you will be taken to a different section than the WordPress directory. But if you click on Browse, you will be taken to the WordPress directory. So as you can read here, it states that if you have a theme in zip format, you may install it by uploading here. So basically you are going to install the theme by first downloading it from the external source, and in most cases it will be delivered as a zip file. Then you're gonna just click on Choose File, select the theme from your disk, and then click on Install Now. If everything goes well, your theme is going to appear in the Themes section. And just as with the previous theme we installed, you'll need to click on Activate that theme in order to make it visible to your visitors. Alright, so basically that was it for this lecture. Now stay tuned as we move further.